So Binance has launched DeFi staking. Now it's going to be with Kava and MakerDAO. Obviously, like DeFi staking on exchanges natively is going to be in demand, and Binance is just trying to get ahead of the competition. DeFi is permeating itself into more and more areas of cryptocurrency, and it will be a big thing in the future. But right now, it's still very, very premature. There was just a DeFi scam that basically popped up in an hour, and an hour basically made off with a lot of user funds. It's like people want to lose money in DeFi or something. But before you go in on a DeFi project, please make sure it's actually legit or do some really good research first. Don't fall for those hour pop-up scams. But Binance is actually going to do DeFi staking with Kava and Maker. And we know those two are legit projects. And speaking of that, so there's an unaudited code from an anonymous team in DeFi called Spaghetti that actually has parts of code from Yam, that thing that just went belly up because of some random error last week. That has actually gathered, within 12 hours, $200 million in staking. This is the type of crap we are talking about that makes crypto look like a joke. Completely unaudited. We don't know who the team is. We don't really know what the purpose of the coin is. I don't even know if the coin has a purpose. And it's already gained $200 million. They say in 36 hours it could gain over $500 million in staking. It's like people want to throw their money in the trash bin. Realistically, people are having tough times right now actually making ends meet. But they have enough money to throw their money in the trash bin when it comes to investing in DeFi. Kind of crazy, I know, but that's really what it is. How could you invest $200 million and up to $500 million in something called Spaghetti without a defined purpose and without a defined team? I think that's just insane. But that is an unaudited protocol that uses pieces of code from a protocol that just got hacked and just basically went belly up. And people have put hundreds of millions of dollars into this thing. What the hell are they thinking? YFI, which is another DeFi protocol, actually surpassed BTC in price. Last time I checked, it was $15,000. Now, that's not surprising. The supply of YFI is only in the tens of thousands. So the entire market cap, despite its highest price, is only 400-something million. So it's really not anywhere close to actually Bitcoin in size, obviously, but the price of each individual coin has surpassed Bitcoin. It doesn't really mean much, but 400 million for YFI is still a fairly high market cap. So $15,000, but very small market supply. So that would actually push the price of each coin actually up. Vechain has actually released a sustainability software project module. And I think this will actually gain a lot of clients. They've already tested it with the carbon emission stuff, and with partners like DNVGL, Deloitte, PwC, and now Grant Thornton, Cyprus, I think they will actually get a lot of adoption for this new suite of software. We know that sustainability is actually the future. We know that there's carbon emissions taxes, carbon cap and trade, things like that. And being able to actually lower your emissions and follow guidelines is going to be huge for companies in the future if they don't want to pay fines and if they want to get maybe even incentives from their government officials. So essentially, this will be very, very lucrative to many companies. And with DNVGL on board, one of the world's foremost certification company, a lot of companies are going to want that certification. If they want that certification, they might want to adopt a Vechain product because DNVGL is probably going to get itself involved. Cardano actually announced a update to both their node software and to Daedalus. The node software basically has reduced the amount of memory required for a node in half, which is very, very good for node operators. And the Daedalus wallet is going to improve its sync times, which is something that a lot of people actually have been asking for, because sync times, many people have said, are very, very long for Daedalus wallet. But with this, sync times will be significantly reduced, as well as some other new features. They're going to keep improving on this, obviously, but they're going to release this update very, very soon. So Tron actually, despite Ethereum's low speeds, they've actually lost 23% of their supply of Tether to Ethereum. Now that's a big deal because obviously Tether runs a lot of transactions. So Tron might have lost some of its usage. So they basically converted 23% or a billion Tether on Tron back to Ethereum in a swap. Bad news for Tron, good news for Ethereum. I don't think this was the smartest choice because despite all of Tron's failings, or like, despite all the stuff around Tron is very, very cheap to transact. It's much faster than Ethereum, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to transact. So I don't think this was the right time to do this, especially when the Ethereum chain is so clogged up. Now we're going to go through a list of most pro-Bitcoin and most crypto politicians in the US. Regardless of which side of the aisle these on, you might think about casting a vote for them in the upcoming election because they are pro-Bitcoin and pro-cryptocurrency, and they might actually do well for your investment. The representatives are Representative Thomas Massey, Governor Jared Polis, Andrew Yang, obviously, you don't need to vote for him, he's not running for anything, Representative Ted Budd, Representative Trace Hollingsworth, Representative Darren Soto, and they're on both sides of the aisle, Representative Stacey Plaskett, Representative Tom Emmer, Senate candidate Cynthia Loomis, Representative Warren Davidson, and Representative Patrick McHenry. Now, all these people are pro-blockchain, pro-Bitcoin, and they might actually vote for policies that benefit the Bitcoin market or the cryptocurrency market. So keep an eye out for these guys and check to see if they're your reps. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.